This 16-second leak matters because it does not look like another Gemini chatbot skin. It looks like Google testing a real task workspace inside Gemini Enterprise. TestingCatalog caught a new agent area with a tasks view, an inbox, connected apps, files, and a switch called Require Human Review. That is a very different posture from plain prompting. It suggests Google is moving toward an agent product that can hold a goal, gather context, and possibly act across tools with an approval gate in the middle. The clip is short, silent, and clearly unfinished. But the structure is strong enough to tell us what Google is building toward. Start with what the leak actually shows. The first beat is a Gemini Enterprise home surface with a new agent entry sitting alongside tasks, skills, projects, build with Gemini, and an agents area. Then the interface jumps into a task flow with two obvious entry points, new task and inbox. After that, the right side of the screen becomes the real story. Google is testing a structured task panel with fields for goal, agents, connected apps, files, and require human review. In other words, the model is no longer framed as a chat box waiting for a prompt. It is framed as a worker that needs context, tools, and permission boundaries before it can do something useful. The back half of the clip fills in the rest of that system. Google flips into a skills surface that describes specialized building blocks teaching Gemini how to interact with data and tools. Then it opens a draft skill editor. A few seconds later, the leak moves into projects, where Gemini can reference uploaded files, saved instructions, and persistent context for a specific body of work. That combination matters. Tasks look like the execution layer. Skills look like reusable capabilities. Projects look like the memory and file layer. Put together, the leak points to Google assembling the same core stack every serious agent product needs: context, tooling, repeatable behaviors, and a way to manage work over more than one prompt. Now zoom out to the official surfaces that make this leak more credible. Google already says Gemini Enterprise is the front door for AI at work, a place where employees can build and deploy agents to automate processes. Google Workspace Studio goes even further. In Google's own product language, Studio is where teams design, manage, and share AI agents that automate everyday work and complex workflows with no coding required. Google says these agents are already helping customers with millions of tasks and that they connect into Workspace apps plus systems like Asana, Jira, MailChimp, and Salesforce. So even though this exact leak screen is not officially announced, the bigger direction absolutely is. The public docs and blog posts already confirm agents, workflow automation, connected apps, and natural language creation are part of Google's roadmap. The single most important detail in the leak is still that require human review toggle. That one control tells you Google is not just thinking about answer quality. It is thinking about action safety. If an agent can read from connected apps, pull in files, and work toward a goal, then sooner or later it reaches a step where it needs oversight. Maybe that means sending something, filing something, changing something, or triggering a workflow in another system. Human review is the guardrail between assistant mode and delegated execution. It is also the cleanest clue that Google wants Gemini to do more than summarize documents or draft text. Google appears to be testing a product that can carry out multi-step work while leaving a human approval checkpoint in the loop. There are still limits to what we can honestly claim. The leak does not prove a public launch date. It does not prove that Google will ship this exact interface unchanged. It does not prove full desktop automation in the way people might imagine from tools like computer use or operator-style systems. But it does show a meaningful convergence. Google has public agent docs. Google has official Workspace Studio workflows. TestingCatalog has already spotted skills, projects, build with Gemini, and now this task execution layout inside Gemini Enterprise. So the safest read is not that Google invented a random prototype overnight. The safest read is that several product threads are starting to meet in one workspace. And if that happens at I/O, the announcement will feel sudden only to people who miss the clues. So here is the bottom line. This leak is short, silent, and unfinished, but it is still one of the clearest previews yet of where Gemini Enterprise is heading. Tasks, skills, projects, connected apps, files, and human review are not random menu items. Together, they describe an agent workspace. The official Google pages already confirm the broader move toward no-code agents and multi-step workflow automation. What the leak adds is the missing product shape. If Google shows this publicly, it will not be a surprise. It will be the visible front end of a system the company has already been building in pieces.